I don't get many opportunities to record an Easter sermon while standing in St. Peter's Square here at the Vatican, so I'm definitely not going to waste this moment. Happy Easter. I'm really glad to be with you. I'm surrounded by tens of thousands of people from every corner of the globe. Languages from all over the earth are being spoken here. People are waving flags and praying in their native tongues. They've got palm fronds they're waving around. Tourists are recording the scene on their phones. Pilgrims are praying the rosary. Believers, travelers, cynics, wanderers. This is sacred togetherness like I've rarely experienced. Our family has made a little pilgrimage here from Colorado all the way here to Italy. And I'm recording this on Palm Sunday, obviously a week before Easter. We expect the Pope to make an appearance up there later this morning here in about 45 minutes or so. What a truly sacred space. Did you know that the architecture of this giant Vatican plaza was designed by Bernini to feel like giant arms reaching out to embrace everyone who shows up here? This city is filled with such diversity right now. Sure, there are Catholics, obviously, plenty of Protestants too, but I guarantee there are also atheists and agnostics, Jews and Muslims, Buddhists, Hindus, spiritual seekers of every kind. And somehow, all of us ended up here, which makes me wonder, what is it that draws people from all over the world into a space like this? Because beneath the prayers, beneath the pageantry, beneath the differences, there's something here that cuts through all of it. It's the story, the Easter story, a story about life overcoming death. Tens of thousands will gather here this week, just like millions will gather in churches all over the world to sing and remember and hope, to sing songs and tell stories about our universal human desire to believe in something beyond the end, to pray that goodness will overcome hatred. I can easily be moved by the devout expressions of faith at a place like this, and I am. But I'm just as moved by the silent questions of the disbelievers. I'm moved by the tourists looking toward the papal balcony with a curious, quizzical expression on their face. I'm moved by the spiritually uncertain traveler who came to Rome for the pasta and for the wine and who found themselves here outside St. Peter's Basilica instead. I'm also moved by the people back home who politely accompany their spouse or their aging parents to church, even though their own faith dried up years ago. I'm inspired by people who have been shunned by religious institutions because they don't look the right way or say the right things or love the right people. But they still sit around Easter dinner tables and bow their heads when someone says grace. Yeah, Easter's very religious. Yeah, it's about a God made flesh, crucified and then resurrected from the darkness of a tomb. Yes, Easter is layered with deep meaning for the pious and for the zealous. But Easter speaks to everyone if we allow it to. If we scrape away from the layers and layers of religiosity we've coated it with over the centuries. Easter is a story of hope, a story of life lived fully, life overcoming death in the end. It's a story about new beginnings. It's a story about the uplift of the poor, the downtrodden, the disenfranchised, the abused, the meek, the powerless. Easter is a story of peace winning out in the end, despite the violence of the powerful. Easter is about what happens when we come together despite the worldly forces that are trying to tear us apart. And this place proves it. These people prove it. This crowd is the story of Easter, a borderless gathering made of people around the world, collected within the warm embrace of the smallest, most intimate nation on earth, all living in this moment fully. There's a line for the Gospel of John where Jesus says, "I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." Abundant life. Life that is full and beautiful. Life that is undivided. Life that is together. In all this togetherness, all this abundant life, death has been swallowed up in victory, as the Apostle Paul wrote in his first letter to the churches in Corinth. Death has been swallowed up in the victory of abundant life. So happy Easter. No matter how deeply you believe, no matter if you're Catholic or Protestant, deconstructing, reconstructing, disenchanted, or disbelieving, Easter is for you too. Easter reminds us that we are meant to overcome the darkness all around us. All the fear and the war and the death and the division and the pain, we are meant to overcome all of that with abundant life. Easter is for you. You are invited to rise from whatever tomb you may find yourself within, to live with abundance this day. Amen.